What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Today's video is going to be me trying out the Kyle Beats plugin called The Sauce. This is an effects plugin that kind of takes your melodies to the next level. I saw Kyle release this on Monday the 13th and I went ahead and bought it that night. A little backstory, I intended to film this yesterday, which was the 14th. Today's the 15th right now. Maybe I'll have this video out on the 16th. Or 17th, maybe 18th, depending on how long it takes me to edit it and obviously finish the beat and everything. But I intended to film this video yesterday the 14th and have this out today. Only thing is like I was more than halfway done with filming and then all of a sudden my computer crashed on me. And it didn't save my FL Studio project. So it's not like I can go back and just redo everything. And then I noticed that by the time that I went through the screen recordings that I did on my Mac, it didn't catch any of the audio. I use that as a reference. Use the built-in mic audio whenever I do screen recording, so that way I can sync up the video as far as with the video actual from my camera, and especially the sound from the monitors too, because it comes into my my microphone on my camera, so that way I can do the screen-in-screen or picture-in-picture thing on my videos. But it completely crashed on me, and I've had so much trouble to find. I'm trying to film this. I just stepped away from it yesterday. Now I'm gonna go ahead and redo this, and hopefully everything comes out good. All right, so we've got FL Studio opened up. I went ahead and set the tempo for everything. As with the plugin, I was one of the 100. I guess I know it's up to 150 people, so I don't know who else got it, but I was one of the people that ended up getting the Kyle Beats Easy Theory MIDI kit that he was including for so many people who bought the plugin. So I ended up actually getting it, the MIDIs, which is pretty cool. And I already have it dragged into here, both of them. It's the F minor, the basic chord progression. I have them right here. Pretty much I have it dragged into the first instance of FL keys, and then what I did is for the second one, all I did was just put the tempo, just transpose it up one octave to kind of give it a little bit of variation. But what I'm going to do is actually go through this real quick, kind of change it up. I think what I'm going to do, add a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make sure the velocity is like even in the line. I'm just weird like that. I'm gonna copy this over, paste it into here, and then go back into the piano roll and bring this up. Let's see. And then let's go ahead and bring these into the mixer. And then this is where we can really get started on the sauce. That was probably a bad joke. All right, so I've got both of my instances of FL keys into the mixer track. Oh, make sure that's on. This one I'm gonna go ahead and mute because I'm gonna work on the main melody. So now let's open up the sauce. Now from the first look of it, obviously when I saw it on YouTube, I thought it was really cool as far as the design of it, and I really like that the bottle keeps moving in the background. I don't really see that a lot with the different plugins as far as the animation goes, so I think that's pretty cool. Looking on here, we've got different presets. Now for me, I don't know if this has happened to anybody else, but obviously I've had a lot of issues to begin with. But drop and exile, one of these presets for some reason does not work. Every time I click on it, it gives me an error on FL Studio and then exits out of the whole app. So I'm not even gonna mess with either of these for right now until I can maybe figure out what's wrong with them, because that's also what causes the whole program to crash on me. I'm not sure why. It's one of these two presets. I'm not even gonna go on them just for that sake. But let's go ahead and look real quick. Let's see, we got Apex. It looks, sounds good. Caliber. Let me see. I want to go through all of them, but at the same time, I don't want this video to be longer than it really needs to be. But I saw him use the lo-fi preset, and it sounded really cool whenever you put just his keyscape in. So let me see what it sounds like with the FL keys. That just perfect. This is easily gonna save time for me or for any producer who's gonna want to use, like, to really give effects to their plugins. Like, that sounds awesome. If anything, I'm probably gonna add some reverb to it. Let me see. No. Let me turn the bass down, bring the wet down a bit. Yeah, that sounds perfect. Like, automatically, you get such a good sound just from an FL stock plugin. That's crazy. That's really awesome. So let me try on the second instance of FL keys and see what I could get. Like I said, we're gonna stay away from dropping XL for right now. Hopefully I'll get them fixed later, but let's see. No, that sounds too loud. I like that one, but I don't know if that's what I'm looking for in this, because I don't even know what kind of beat I'm making to begin with. Just trying to... That's what I need. If anything, yeah, the same thing on this one. Just add some reverb to it. I think what I'm gonna do... That sounds perfect. That already sounds freaking good. Obviously, I'm not going to leave the beat just at that. I think I'm going to come up with a counter melody and then come back, and then I'll show you the counter melody, and then we can put in the drums and see where it goes from there. All right, so I have got a little melody going on. Obviously, I've got my FL keys. Then I added like a little bit of a counter melody with a marimba, which is from the plugin Citrus. And then from the plugin Flex, I actually added some strings. So this is what we have for the melody so far. I didn't want to go too crazy with the melody because, well, one, I don't really go too crazy with my melodies or my beats sometimes, but two, because this is just kind of like a basic looking in at the plugin. But yeah, I did use Sauce for the marimba as well. I did the turnaround preset. Let me go ahead and mute everything else so you can hear that. Yeah. So far, like when I'm using the plugin, I'm not really messing with any of this other stuff, only because one, I really want to learn like what each individual thing does, and obviously like, you know, you won't really know until you try it out. But on this one, I just kind of want to do a basic, just using this plugin for my melodies to make a beat out of. I also added in an isotope vinyl, and then I put the 1950 preset on, and I brought up the warp depth up to 11, but I might bring that up just a little bit more. And then for the flex plugin, I just discovered this plugin maybe like a month ago. I use the sauce as well, and I use the same thing, Infinite. And I added this, and it's the strings, because when you listen to the second instance of FL keys, you can obviously tell it's piano. But when I was listening to it before I even added in these two melodies right here, it made me think of strings. So that's why I wanted to add this in, to kind of give it a more suspenseful feeling when you're listening to the beat. And then obviously, like within the melody itself, it's the same thing as the second instance of FL keys, but the plugin itself is a string staccato. So obviously that's where like the dut, dut, so it's not really like, you know, dragging out as with like regular strings. So I mean, I like it so far. And you know, the rest of the melody just, it has like this dark vibe to it. Okay, I mean, I like it so far. I think now what I'm going to do is start going ahead and putting in the drums, and yeah, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Alright, since I am using a Kyle Beats plugin and the MIDI, I think I'll go ahead and use the Andromeda drum kit that he released like back in February, January, I think. So I've got an 808 right now, and I'm going to mute everything else so you can kind of hear it a little bit better. Want to go too crazy with that. So now let's go ahead and add a kick. I think this one will do. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy and then paste this pattern into here and actually go into the piano roll and then change all the notes to C so it matches. So I went ahead and chose this kick instead because it sounds a little bit better as far as like complements with the 808. Alright, so let's get it a clap real quick. Yeah, just stick with that one. Let's go ahead, do a hi-hat. Let's try this one. Yeah, it sounds good. I don't want to do anything too crazy with the hi-hat. The only thing, I don't know why I did that. The only thing that I'm going to do is take the rest of these out and gonna highlight all of these. Oops. Extend them so it's easier for me to look at. Make sure that they're all at the same velocity, and then kind of mess with every other hi-hat to give it variation so it doesn't sound like so machine or so robotic. And I can already hear my MacBook like starting to like heat up a little bit, make like all the noise of the fanning and stuff. So I'm gonna make sure I don't really, you know, drag this out longer than it needs to be. So this is the drums. And then if I put everything together, sounds pretty good. So there you guys go. That is me making a beat with the Kyle Beats plugin called The Sauce. Honestly, rating this plugin, the setup for me was a 5 out of 10. Maybe it was my computer. I know I'm on FL Studio 20, so maybe that has something to do with it. I know with like the newer FL Studio, a lot of people don't like it, and there's like different things that they don't like about it. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just did something wrong to begin with and I just didn't realize it. But overall, the plugin is really, really good. I like it because obviously it made those stock plugins that I just used good. It made them sound, decent for the most part, instead of just me throwing them in like that. And I use stock plugins for a lot of my beats. I am one of those people that uses stock plugins. Judge me, call the tabloids, what a shocker. But I'm balling on a budget, and I'm trying to get the most use out of these stock plugins before I want to go ahead and upgrade to something, like Nexus or Electra X or even Omnisphere, which is going to break the bank if I decide to get that. But yeah, I mean, I really like this plugin. It does a lot as far as the effects and how it makes your beats sound. It's simple. The design is simple. You go through the presets. It's nothing too crazy, nothing that you can't really understand. You just got to maybe sit down and really mess with the effect knob to see what kind of effect that you really get from your melodies. But it sounds really, really good. And overall, I got to give it like a 10 out of 10. For that being like one of the first plugins I've really ever bought. Really like it. Don't really have any complaints other than the setup. But, it was really, really good. And I did enjoy it. So I think what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to rearrange this beat. I'm going to mix it, do everything, and then I'm going to let it play for the outro. So I hope you guys do enjoy that beat. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I upload beats weekly. I'm going to try to get back into vlogging. It's just been crazy. I always say that. But yeah, I'm going to try to get it back into vlogging. This was like a spur of the moment type of video. This wasn't even planned. I planned this video yesterday, literally yesterday while I was at work. So I'm going to try to come up with more vlogs, ideas, different stuff that I want to do. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. Drop a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you think of the plugin. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay home. Peace.
Hey, on the beat. Hey, on the beat.